Okay, Labor Day weekend update. So, we took out the window in the door. Made for a nice cross breeze. We just put a piece of wood so that way the goats couldn't jump out. It's high enough so that way they can't jump out because the window kind of starts there and they're all pretty tall. So, we set this up over here in this corner. We moved some shelves around. That shelf used to be over there. There used to be two shelves, but it was kind of low and the goats were able to reach whatever was on it. So we moved it over here. We put in these two stalls. They're not finished yet. That one is partially done. So actually, there's my baby right now. She's sleeping. So move the rock, which keeps the door open. And I shut the door. And right now we've just been putting the rock in front of it because I don't have a latch on this. But so it's tall enough that the babies can't get out yet. But it's also low enough that the mums can jump in and out. Because I had the mum in here with her baby right after she was born. And the next day the mum was out in the field. She jumped out. So what I want to do is, instead of making the door bigger, only because it's already this size, and I don't think my dad could make it taller, what we were thinking of doing is taking a piece of wood and sliding it. Like, we'll get two pieces of wood, put them right here and here, get another piece of wood and slide it down into place and have like something that stops, obviously, and the wood will only go probably this low. So there'll be a gap between the door and the piece of wood, but not big enough for them to fit through. And then it'll come up to maybe this height, and then definitely, or maybe just all the way to the top of the piece of wood. And it would just be all the way across to this side. That way the mums can't jump in and out because it'll be this high. And that way, when milking season starts, that's why I built these, is for the store the kids at night. So in the mornings I can milk their moms. The babies can have their food and water, and the mums won't go in there. But it's also good as like birthing stalls to keep the mums and babies together, separate from the other ones that aren't having babies. Just for a couple of days anyways. Put that back. Keep the door open. This is Molly. She was born on Wednesday. And it's Monday now. So she's almost a week old. Aren't you, Molly? She's really good. Her mom, on the other hand, is not very friendly at the moment, so we're going to see how milking's going to go with her mom, because she doesn't really, she kind of runs away. I think the best course is treat training, which will start soon. Right, Molly? Molly goes for walks with me. She comes outside and just walks around. Her mom doesn't care where she is, not really. Come on, Molly. So those will be the two stalls. This one doesn't have a door yet. So we're hoping that we've got 6 does. But this year it'll only be 5 that are having babies in March, just because Louise just had Molly and I'm not going to breed her next month. There's no point. She can just wait a year. So it'll just be the 5 does, and hopefully they'll have their kids maybe 2-3 days apart from each other, so that way there's at least, you know, each one gets a stall for a couple of days by themselves with their babies. We don't have to worry about someone being left out. Right, Molly? Come on. Let's go. So, there's the hay net that I always have up. I did have the door open, but they were kind of reefing on it to get the food out, so I shut it again. Although I need to fix it. One of the clips broke. We put this here, this corner. It's a good windbreak. Also, for the winter this year, we're thinking that it'll keep the snow level down from in front of these doors, because last year it got really bad to the point where I was actually having to use like a heater to melt some of the ice so I could just shut the door at night when it was like below 30. And then, yeah, we put these here so that way the girls have an outdoor area that they can lay under, because we don't actually have an outdoor spot for them. So the chickens are all in here. Here's my rooster. He's a good guy. He's kind of afraid of me though, which is good, I guess. It's better than him attacking me all the time. And the mums out in the field. Here they come. So this is Louise, this one here, no horns. This is her baby that I'm holding. So, she acknowledges the fact that Molly's out here, but if she's sleeping inside, she doesn't really care. So Thelma, that brown one over there, she had minor tooth surgery last Wednesday. Her teeth were so sharp that they were cutting her gums, so I had a vet come out, and we gave her, we sedated her for about 2 hours, and there you go, Molly. We gave her a little sedative, and we filed her teeth down, and then I've been giving her penicillin twice a day for 7 days, like tomorrow will be her last day. Right, Thelma, and she's doing better. She was storing her food in her cheeks, because her gums were bleeding, and her cheeks were bleeding. So she's doing better now, and she was kind of losing weight. So she's gaining that back now, thank goodness, because breeding season is next month. We're going to I got a new billy goat. His name is Ronald. There he is, the big red guy. He's a pure Boer goat. No papers or anything, but from a friend down the street. She raises meat goats, and this is where I got him from. So he's friendly enough so far. I think the whole stress of moving him, although he's been here for 2 months, he still runs away from me. That's okay. Better than attacking me. So, he's a good boy. Won't let me trim his hooves, but oh well. He's the one that has to live with it. And these 3 kids still need to be sold. They're ads on Kijiji. It's only been up for a week though, so not too bad. And if they don't go, the Fern Feather Show is October 2nd. I'll take him to that. See if he can sell them there. It's usually easier if people are already there looking at them. They're really good, like, companion goats. They're not really good meat goats, just because they're the same age as Ronald. And, like, look at the size difference. They're, like, I think the age difference is 3 weeks. But he's a meat goat, and they're not. So they're not meat goats for sure. Bella might be a good dairy goat, just because her mom and grandma were really good dairy goats. But they're definitely just really good companion goats for horses and stuff. And other animals. So, that was our pig pen, and we'll go in there. Snow's out eating grass. She's just tied to a post. So, we got rid of, yeah, Ron. We got rid of the pigs. We took them to market a month ago. Might have been a month and a half now. So pig pen is being torn apart, turned back into a pig shed, or a goat shed. My brothers are just cleaning it out. It's a lot of built up stuff. So hopefully we'll finish that today, and then we'll get the sides back on tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the next day is always good. Just as long as it's up before winter. Hi, Ron. Yeah, I know. So, I think those are all the changes this year. Oh, there's Molly. She's a goof.
Oh, by the way, Debbie keeps sticking her head between the fence.
Her name is Molly, and I know. Ow, Ron. Don't bite me, that hurt. Yeah. Yes, you're adorable, but that hurt. And now you're starting to smell. Yeah. Their scent glands are right here behind their horns. So, now that I've scratched them there, that's all I can smell. That's okay. It doesn't smell too bad. I only have one billy goat. If I had more, it'd probably stink. This is their little teeter-totter. It's just it's our lawn roller. So it's full of water, so it won't move. And I just took a board and laid it there. They like it well enough. Yeah, look at his hooves. They need to be done. He won't let me do them though. That's okay. So, we have to fix the fencing on the far side where all the girls are in the corner. Got really bad. So we'll have to fix that, which we haven't got to yet. And then we also have to fix this side on the girls, because they stand on it a lot. What we're going to do is I have plans for a hay net that'll incorporate in the fence line, and hopefully it'll help keep the fence sturdy because it'll all be made out of wood, the hay net. So right now I've got 3 hay bales right there. We had them tarped. We had like 3 weeks of on and off rain, and I don't have a shed big enough for a barn or anything, so I just tarped them. And I made sure that they didn't catch fire or anything from the heat. This is the billy goat's little shelter until his shed is fixed. Him and the 3 kids, they just crawl under it, sleep in it. That's their water trough, and that's their little step stool. So that way they can reach inside the water trough. I know it's huge, it's actually for cattle or for horses, but it makes it easier for me if I don't have to fill it up as often. And it makes it so that way if there was some kind of emergency and I needed a lot of water, it's all out here already. I've also got the hose hooked up to our rain barrel trough. I'll show you that. Here's my milk stand. We actually just put a new floor on there. The other one broke. So my brother just built that for me just about 20 minutes ago, which is awesome. So yeah, this is my water trough, or my rain barrel that's connected to my water trough. 2 garden hoses. It was actually standing. You can see all this wood underneath. It actually was on a stand, and then it held up pretty well when it was half full, but as soon as it got all the way full, it broke the stand. So we have to wait until I drain it, probably at the end of October, beginning of November, and then my dad can build a new stand for the spring. So we had to buy this piece. I'm not really sure what it's called. My dad just went to the Home Hardware. He took the rain trough with him and just found connecting pieces that would go from whatever size this would hook up to a garden hose, because we really didn't know how to. We had black pipe that fit on here, but it was way too big that the rain water, like the water would not drain down to the water trough. But with the hose, there's enough pressure because it's so small that it actually fills the water troughs. So yeah, that is my update for September Labor Day long weekend. Hopefully in October I will have a new one with the troughs that I need to build, and the shed should be done, and hopefully my garden will look better than it does. So yeah, thanks. Bye.